Good day everyone. Today I'm here to present before you how to create product in Odoo 14. So let's go to sales module. Here you can find menu products under which you can see products. So you just click on it and here you can see Kanban view and list view that shows all the products, all the created products with few details. Like you can see in the Kanban view, product name, then along with that internal reference if it is given, then price of the product on hand, and you also have a list view for this. Okay. Now let's create a new product by clicking create button. First of all, we have to give the product name. Then you can mention, you can tell that whether this product, to specify whether this product can be sold, can be purchased, can be expensed or can be rented. So first of all, you have to ensure that you have installed the purchase module, expense and rental module. Then only these options can be seen. Okay. Then we have few tabs below, general information. Okay. First, let's see general information. Here you have a field that is product type. In order to mention which type, tell the which type of product is this. First option, you can see consumable. Consumable means the inventory need not be managed. Stock is not managed. So for those products, some products stock is not necessary to be managed. Then second option, you can see that is service. Whether this product is a service product like car washing or polishing. These are all services given to customers in order to provide service for the customers. Okay. Then the third option is storable product, for which the inventory need to be managed. So stock need to be managed. So to see this option, you have to make sure that inventory module is installed. Then only you can add a product as storable type. Then we have product category, to which category this product belongs. Whether it's, you can see a lot of categories, so which can be created under configuration. Okay. Then we have internal reference for this product. Then we have unique code, that is barcode. Then sales price can be given, price at which the product is sold to the customers. Then customer taxes can be seen. So if you set this while selling the product, you can automatically this tax will be shown as default in the sale order. Then we have tax cloud category, that is here if this refers to TIC, taxability information codes, which are used by tax cloud to compute specific tax rates for each product type. So the value set here prevails over the one set on the product category. Then we can provide the cost for this product, the price at which the product is purchased. Then we can see company here. Can add a company, specific company here. If it is not provided, then this will be applied for all the companies. Then units of measure can be set for this product. So this will be taken as a default unit of measure for this product. For stock operations, all stock operations, this will be taken as the default unit of measure. Then purchase unit of measure, you can set a default unit of measure for purchase order. So make sure that these belongs to same category as the unit of measure. Then we can provide an internal note. Okay. Then we have variants tab. We can add variants for the product. For example, bench can be having different types of variants. Like in case of size, color and all can change. Then we have sales tab, under which you can find invoicing information. You can mention the invoicing policy, whether invoice need to be created. Two options. First one, ordered quantities. So when you choose this, invoice will be created for ordered quantities only. So before delivering, if you try to create, you can create a regular invoice for ordered quantities. Then if you choose second option, that is a delivered quantity, then invoice will be created for delivered quantities. So only after delivery you can create a regular invoice. Before that you can only create down payment, like advance can be given. So then we can find subscription, whether this product is subscription product. This can be seen if we install subscription module. Then optional products can be added here for this product. So whenever the customer hits add to cart, these optional products can be suggested for the customers. Then you can provide sales description. Then purchase, under purchase tab you can add a vendor for this product. So if you want to purchase this product, vendor need to be given, otherwise you can't purchase. Then so when you click add line, you can add the vendor name, subcontractor, currency, unit of measure, and price for this product for this vendor. Then under inventory tab you can find operations. Here you can set a route for this product, like buy, manufacture, replenish and order. And for them routes you can find a diagram to show the route of this product. Then under logistics you can provide responsible person for this. Okay, this user will be responsible of the next activities related to logistic operations for this product. So a responsible person who is responsible for the logistic operation. Then weight can be given, volume, manufacturing lead time. So time taken to manufacture this product, average lead time in days to manufacture this product. In case of multi-level BOM, manufacturing lead times of the components will be added. Then customer lead time, the time taken to deliver the product to customer. Then HS code, you can see standardized code for international shipping and goods declaration. So at the time it's only used for FedEx shipping provider. Then you can provide traceability to track this product. It can be you can choose the option no tracking, or otherwise you can track this product by using serial number or lots. Then we have counterpart locations, can provide the production location, inventory location. Then packaging, in order to package this product, for example, 5 bench in one package, like that way. Then we can provide description for delivery orders here, description for receipts, description for internal transfers. Then you can find accounting tab, where you can provide receipt income account. Then under payables, expense and price difference account. Then commodity code, then country of origin. So these tabs are seen when you install only. Then below also you can see a lot of options like purchased, on hand, forecasted, count can be seen. Then product moves of this product, then sold, count. And so these are, you can see the unit of measure is units, because we have given default as units. Then if it is a storable product, you can find an option to create a reordering rule for this product. So we have done video for reordering rule in Odoo 14, so you can check the link above to know more about it. Then bill of material, you can see bill of material. If manufacturing module is installed only, you can see that. Then put away rules can be created, quality points. So these are quality points, quality module. If you install that, you can see. So you can save this. Then you can update the quantity, update the product's quantity. You can create a quantity by mentioning the location. You can add a package, or you can add honor. Then quantity can be given. You can give me it as 100. I can save this, after which if you come back you can see on hand and forecasted change. Then if you wish to replenish this product, like RFQ, request for quotation, can be created, or manufacturing order can be created in order to manufacture this, in order to replenish this product. So when you come back after saving, you can see the product is created. You can see the product is created with some few information shown, and these products can be filtered according to service, product, whether products then can be sold, can be purchased, rented, subcontracted, expense, then with warnings, then archived, everything, and can be grouped according to product type, product category. So that's how we create a product in Odoo 14. If you are interested in knowing more about this or looking for any Odoo implementation or customization in your business, drop your request to odoo@cybrosys.com.